morning. I'm just waiting for the Facebook cogs to turn over. Let me know if you can see me already. Usually it takes a little minute or two for a few people to join us. I'm just going to keep sipping on my yummy chai here. Usually I've got a turmeric latte on Tuesday mornings, but I had chai latte mix left over. I always share my recipes for my kitchen creations with my clients because they always want to know how to make this. And I love making incredible things from scratch. This is all made from beautiful dried organic herbs, all the best ingredients. I don't use anything packet mix when I have my beautiful lattes at home, and they carry such incredible health properties as well. All right. I think there's nobody here. Is there nobody watching today? That's okay. I know lots of people will watch the replay. Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm Tori. I'm a women's integrative health and nutrition coach. I'm a functional weight loss specialist. I'm coming to you live right now in the group Radiant Health for Women 40 Plus. And I've got an announcement to make, and that is that we have an intake happening right now for the Radiant Health Reset. The Radiant Health Reset is my flagship 90-day program. It's the one where all the incredible transformations happening. I do have other ways of working with me too, but Radiant Health Reset is my baby because it's such an extraordinary program with incredible outcomes. It's not too late to join. If you want to join, we are doing a little bit of preparation this week, but we haven't started yet. If you want to join, you need to let us know right now. I have a couple of places available. Got to be quick. More about that later. We have Louise R. We have a lot of Louises in the program, but Louise R. She's on her 14th week. No, I'm thinking of Louise F. Beg your pardon, Louise F. She completed the program just recently. She decided to stay in the container because the support is so powerful. Louise R is still in the program, just completing her final weeks. She's had some amazing transformations unfold, including the reversal of some allergy responses and immune response in her body, and she's lost weight when nothing worked for her before because she had this very complex inflammatory condition. We had Linda do the program recently, and she told me afterwards, I've learned more than I ever thought was possible. You opened my eyes to a completely different way of looking at my body and my health forever. She lost 8 kilos in the program, and she finally understands her hormonal changes, which is just so exciting. And I'm going to talk more about the Radiant Health Reset in a little moment, including how you can join and a very, very, very special offer if you join the program. Hey, Carly. Oh, it's so nice to see you here. Carly did the Radiant Health Reset with me as well. Carly, feel free to share your experience in comments, what you loved most about it. We'll have some people watching who haven't done Radiant Health Reset yet. If anyone else is joining us now, please say hi. If it's your very first time watching me, just say I'm a first timer, and then I can welcome you to our community. If you already know me, if we are friends, or if you've done Radiant Health Reset with me, or you've been one of my clients, then you must say hello because we're friends. And that's what friends do. If you're here watching the replay, then I want you to type #replay because it matters to me if you caught up on this information later. And if you're here with me live as I'm chatting, give me some emojis or ask questions as we go, and then I can feel your energy and I can make sure that this session is valuable to you. I'm just going to keep my eye on the time as well. I'll just move my microphone. Okay. I think I got a seed in my teeth because I was eating some chia seeds earlier. Okay, I think that's better. I can feel it in my mouth. All right. Now, so let's talk about this topic that we have today of building sustainable habits so we can transform our health. Now, I'm often heard saying, Radiant health is not complex. Optimal health is not complex. And I don't care if you're struggling with disease, rather entrenched disease, it's still not complex. Because what we do in the Radiant Health Freeze is what, what we do in the Radiant Health Reset is we create the environment in which your body can heal. And you'd be surprised at how simple it is, right? To create the environment in which your body can heal, what we do is we change the inputs. Carly says, I haven't had a headache since, and if I eat something now that my body just kind of says, yeah, done that, don't need to do it again. I don't crave the junk now. Wow, isn't that extraordinary? It never ceases to amaze. Thank you so much, Carly, for sharing that. It never ceases to amaze me that when people do the Radiant Health Reset, their relationship with food is completely different on the other side, and their relationship with their body is different too, because suddenly there's this beautiful, deep communication that's going both ways. Your body's going to tell you what you need, and it tells you very quickly. So as Carly's reporting, when I eat something that my body doesn't want, then I know instantly. And then I go, yep, thanks. I don't need any more of that. And she doesn't crave junk anymore. Wow. Tell me in the comments, what would it mean to you to not crave junk anymore? Because I'm betting that would mean a lot. Yeah? Amazing. Okay, so that is a great segue to get stuck in today's topic of building sustainable habits. So what I want to tell you is, a lot of people kind of know what they need to do, but they're not doing it. Knowing what we need to do is not the same as doing it. And inside my container of the Radiant Health Reset, we have student naturopaths, we have had clinical nutritionists, we have had, hey Sam, good to see you. We have health coaches, we have yoga instructors, and these are not women who don't know anything. Like a lot of women who come to my container, they know a lot about food and lifestyle. But knowing is not doing. That's why I want to talk to you today about building sustainable habits that are going to transform your health. Yeah, information alone isn't going to make the transformation. It just isn't. So what's missing? Well, I want to talk to you today about 3 things that I feel are going to make the healthy habits automatic. And it's what separates women who transform from women who stay stuck. Now, there are more than just 3 things, but these are the 3 things that I felt I needed to share today. But there are more than 3 things, and if you want to know what they are, then you need to stay in this world with me. Keep watching my Facebook Lives on Tuesday mornings. Watch my personal Facebook profile, follow along there. Ideally, you do Radiant Health Reset, and then you'll get it, right? But let me share with you 3 things today. And the first thing that I want to share with you, if you want to build the right habits, if you want to change your day in, day out choices, because you know that's going to get you to your goals, it's going to help you heal, and it's going to give you the body and the life experience that you want, then the first thing you need is you need a system. Because having a system is going to remove the decision fatigue. So the reality of our lives as women is this. We are already depleted. We make decisions all freaking day, every single day. Tell me in the comments, do you need to make a lot of decisions through the day? We're often making decisions for our children and for our spouses, and we're making decisions in the workplace. We have to make decisions on behalf of our pets. Mine's snoring loudly next to me right now. Decisions all over the freaking place. And then after a day of making all these decisions, it gets to 5 p.m. and you have 0 capacity left for making good decisions because you're so damn tired of making decisions all freaking day. And then you have to figure out what's for dinner. So if you don't have a system, you are probably going to grab whatever is quick, whatever is convenient. And if it's quick and it's convenient, there's a very good chance that it's going to be processed, inflammatory, full of things that aren't going to take you in the direction of your goals. And then how are you going to feel? Let me know in the comments if this is you. How are you going to feel? You're going to feel guilty and disappointed in yourself. And you probably promise yourself, I'm going to do better tomorrow. And then you wake up the next day and you repeat the cycle. So why? Why does this repeat? Because you don't have a system to fall back on. And you're trying to make decisions from a place of stress. And you've got hunger driving your choices with no framework around that. And convenience is going to win every single time. And then you're going to beat yourself up and tell yourself that you don't have any willpower and you don't have any discipline. And actually, those things aren't really the problem. What you don't have is a system. So what you need is you need the system that removes the decisions at the last minute. You need to know exactly what a nourishing meal looks like and consists of. Maybe you already know that. If you do, that's wonderful. Sometimes people don't. They come to my container and they genuinely don't know what a balanced, nourishing meal looks like. So when you've got a system and it's all laid out for you, there's no thinking, there's no guessing, there's no stress. It makes a big difference. So my clients who come into the Radiant Health Reset, or my clients who work with me privately, if you've just jumped on the call, please say hi, let me know where you're from and your name. If you have a system like the nutrition and lifestyle system that we have in the Radiant Health Reset, then you can't fail because you have meal plans, recipes, shopping lists. It's just follow the balancing bowl. And we also have a rhythm in our community where Sunday is preparation day. And so if you're preparing on a Sunday and you're looking at the week ahead and you roughly know what you're going to eat, you have a far greater chance at sticking to the plan, which means you have a far greater chance that your day in, day out choices are going to align with your goals. And then you're going to transform your health. This is how it's done. So that's what my clients get. They get the system. They can't fail. They also learn the formula to creating the balanced meals. So they can start to think on the fly. It's like, okay, protein, healthy fat, quality carbohydrate, the fiber. Every meal follows this structure, every snack as well. And so it takes kind of less than 15 minutes, especially if they've done our Sunday preparation, which is part of our rituals. And it just becomes automatic and not stress. Hey, Julie, thank you for joining us. There's a little bit of a delay. When you comment, I see it a couple of minutes later. Hey, Tanya's here. Yeah, no worries at all, Tanya. It's great that you can join a little bit. I know a lot of people. Oh my goodness. I think my video dropped out for a second there. Sorry about that. I don't know why. I have excellent high-speed internet here, but I think it might just be the stormy weather today. Okay. So that's what my clients receive. Tanya has just joined us in the Radiant Health Reset. Well, not yet. Tanya's just preparing. If you want to come on board and you want to join in this round, we would love to have you. It's not too late. And you too can receive a system where you just follow the bouncing ball. It's super simple. You'll never run out of ideas. You'll always know exactly what you're supposed to do. You'll also know what to do when you're away from home. So never use this as an excuse. Oh, I can't do it because I travel. Okay. So do half the women in the Radiant Health Reset. We've got long haul flight crew. We have people who work in the travel industry. They've had to do cruises. They fly away to have events. Big deal. If you travel, you're not a special snowflake. Everyone has to travel. I camp twice a month. In my little camper trailer, I still stay on protocol. There are no excuses. You've run out of excuses, okay? We've run out of excuses not to do the Radiant Health Reset, all right? So, teaching point number one, you need to have a system. You get one in the Radiant Health Reset. If you're not going to do the Radiant Health Reset, you need to create a system for yourself. Plan your meals so you have a framework and a fallback. Have all the recipes ready to go. Prepare at the beginning of the week. Okay. So, I mean, that's the truth. You can't out willpower lack of a system. Actually, having a system is not restrictive because some people think like, oh, I don't really want to have a system. I just want to eat whatever I like when I wake up in the morning. Maybe I feel like this, maybe I feel like that. But you can still do that with the Radiant Health Reset. There is freedom. There's freedom within a structure. Having a structure creates freedom, creates a whole heap of freedom. I can eat whatever I like within this framework. Nobody in the Radiant Health Reset has ever felt deprived. That nobody ever says that. Everyone says there's so much food. It's all really yummy, right? Okay, the second thing I want to share with you. Okay, so this is about how our nervous system can sometimes sabotage our best efforts to put better habits into place. Here's what nobody tells you. A dysregulated nervous system can't put good habits into place. It's going to sabotage every new habit you try to bring on board. Let's just set aside for a moment all the other problems with the dysregulated nervous system, like the fact that it's going to cause an imbalance in sex hormones, stress hormones, metabolic hormones. It's going to downregulate your immune system, your reproductive system. It's going to cause problems in your cardiovascular system. It's going to create inflammation. The list goes on. Let's just specifically talk about what a dysregulated nervous system will do for your ability to make good decisions and stick to a plan. So, if you have a dysregulated nervous system, then it may not even matter how good your meal plan is. If your nervous system is in survival mode, we call it sympathetic dominance, a sympathetic nervous system state, you won't follow through. So here's what a dysregulated nervous system looks like, because I think some women are like, I don't really know what that is. That's probably not me. It probably is. Here's what a dysregulated nervous system looks like. You wake up already stressed about how much you need to do today. Who here does that? Give me an emoji if you wake up in the morning and you're already anxious and stressed about how much you need to do today. Most women. And your mind is racing, and before your feet have even touched the ground to get up out of bed. And so you grab a coffee and you skip breakfast, because who's got time for that? And you just dive head first into chaos and your to-do list and the responding to the emails and the text messages and the missed calls. The day is just a big blur of demands and stress and more demand and more stress. And then you crash on the couch at night, scrolling your phone, TV's going, then you have a terrible sleep, and then you wake up and you repeat that the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. Is it any wonder? Is it any wonder that you can't create habits that stay in place from that place? Because all of that I just described, that to your body is the same as your body being chased by a lion all day, every day. And survival mode doesn't give a shit about your health goals. It just wants you to get through the next hour. So, and we're talking about two primary nervous system states. We have the sympathetic nervous system state, which is what I was just talking about. Run, fight, flight, hide. Get back to the emails, respond to the text messages, return the calls, get in the car, drive someone to that place, help hubby get ready for this, cook food, quickly clean up, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? When we're in that the opposite of that is parasympathetic nervous system state. We're calm, we're clear of thought. So when we're in a sympathetic nervous system state, Carly hasn't had a coffee since the reset. Oh my goodness. Carly, tell everyone, are you suffering because you don't drink coffee anymore? Because there's so many women out there, they cling to their coffee. I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted. I could give it up easily if I wanted to. Coffee is not helping your hormones, and it's not helping your nervous system state. So I want Carly to tell you how she's feeling right now. She hasn't been drinking coffee. Spoiler alert, I bet she feels fine without it. Back to nervous system state. This is a good segue, the coffee to the nervous system state, because coffee is part of the problem. When you're in a sympathetic nervous system state. Run, fight, flight, hide. Your body deprioritizes clear thought. There's not much blood going to the brain. It deprioritizes cellular renewal. No way, she says, I love that I don't need it. I'll slip you a 50 later. I don't pay people to come here and say these things. They genuinely live well without coffee. It's incredible. 100% of women who've given up coffee in the Radiant Health Reset say that they don't miss it. Isn't that amazing? When you're in a sympathetic nervous system state, your body deprioritizes good immune function, deprioritizes immune function altogether, deprioritizes reproduction, deprioritizes repair, deprioritizes digestion, downregulates thyroid hormone conversion, all the good stuff. What does it prioritize? Pumping blood to the periphery, pumping blood to your calves and your heart so that you can run the fuck away from whatever it is that you're running from, which you're probably not running from because it's emails, but your body doesn't know that. Sam says quitting coffee is second best decision, secondary only to quitting alcohol, coming up to 2 years. Amazing, Sam. You are such a legend. So, this is why we need good nervous system regulation, because the metabolic reality is that having stress in your life, chronic stress, is going to keep your cortisol elevated, and that is going to block fat loss. And then it doesn't matter what you eat because your stress hormones are running the show. So what you need is daily practice that signals safety to your nervous system. So we have a morning routine in the Radiant Health Reset, and it sets our nervous system tone for the day. We practice parasympathetic nervous system regulation, parasympathetic nervous system activation. Okay? Because life is stressful, and sometimes we can't do anything about it. Sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't. You can't leave your job right now. That might not be a possibility for you. But what you can do instead is practice parasympathetic nervous system activation. And it's a non-negotiable in the Radiant Health Reset. We have a morning routine before we pick up our phone, before the demands of the day start getting longer and longer and longer. And we do a little gentle breath work or a little meditation, or it might be prayer for some people, some gentle movement, and we practice gratitude. And it does not need to be an hour. You don't need to for an hour. It could be 10 minutes. Some people do as little as 6 minutes. It doesn't matter because you can build on it later. That's okay. It signals to your body, we're safe. We can heal today. We can lose weight today. So throughout the day as well, we need these little micro moments of regulation, 2 minutes of just breathing in between your meetings, or a little walk after lunch. And none of those things are luxuries. They are infrastructure. I'm going to call it infrastructure. In your experience, they are needed if you want to transform your health. You can't not have them. A calm nervous system is going to promote fat loss. A stressed nervous system is going to block it. And this is why eat less, move more is a load of fucking nonsense. If you eat less and you move more, you're going to add more stress to an already overly stressed system. And just thinking of a couple of examples, recently in the Radiant Health Reset, we had beautiful Jai, who had never done this before in her life, but started getting up at 5 a.m. to meditate and move. And before our program, that was unheard of for her. And then she told us in our group, I am such a better wife, mother, a better version of myself. And she lost 5 kilos. She's only got a couple more kilos to go to get to her goal. So she's thrilled. But to her, the most important part of that transformation is that she feels like she's finally putting herself first. So having a little morning routine is not about performance and taking a photo of yourself and putting it on Instagram and Like we're not doing this for the theater of it all and the wellnessy part of it all. We're doing this because we want to create the conditions for your body to heal and thrive. Everything else builds from there. If you don't have that as your foundation, nothing else is going to stick. So it's a necessary component. So let me know in the comments, just type calm if you've been trying to lose weight with a diet or lose weight with extra movement and you've just realized that the missing piece might be your level of calm, your nervous system state. I want you to type calm right now. And then I've got something else I'm going to share with you just quickly. The third thing that I feel is really important that I want to share with you this morning in building sustainable habits to transform your health is having the accountability and the support around you. This is the critical bridge. It's probably the most important thing out of all of this. It's the critical bridge between knowing and doing. So you already know, women already know I should be cutting out the processed food. I should be cutting out the sugar. I probably shouldn't have all that dairy. I probably shouldn't have, and I should probably be eating more of this. And I should probably move like this, and I should probably do this. And there are probably a few critical things missing from my life that would restore my nutrient sufficiency in certain areas. You know stress is bad for you. You know you need to move your body in a different way. Knowledge is not your problem. So why aren't you doing the stuff? Because information, like I said before, information doesn't equal transformation. You need a scaffold around you. You need some structure. You need someone holding you accountable to make sure you're doing it consistently. Because when women come to me, they're very bad leaders of themselves. And I create good leaders. I show you how to find within the feminine leader within you. Women come to me, they can't even lead themselves past the plate of Florentines in the lunchroom without having a few, even when they know they make them feel terrible. They can't lead themselves past the plate of party pies at the party, even though they know those things make them feel terrible. So they know, but they can't do. Why? Because they lack the ability to keep in mind what's best for them long term, and they're always, their energy leaks out sideways. They go for the short-term gratification. So this is the majority of my work, is this structure that creates the accountability. The real reason why women stay stuck is not because they don't know what to do. It's not even because they don't have willpower. I actually think willpower has got nothing to do with this. It's because they're doing it alone. They're trying to do it alone, and you can't do this work alone. They've got no one checking in on them. They've got nobody noticing. It's too easy to slip under the radar. There's not even a radar when you're doing it alone. And so the feedback that I get from my clients is, I could have easily gone out and bought that bottle of wine, but I stuck with Tori's beautiful voice in my ear, telling me I'm not going to feel so good. We had beautiful Louise H., one of the many Louises currently in our container. Louise H. said, you know what? This was all really easy, but I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. It might be easy when you've got support. It might be easy when you've got accountability, but it's not easy to do on your own. Louise didn't need more information. She can go and buy a book. She needed someone in her corner. Actually, she had about 50 people in her corner, because that's about how big our community is right now. So the Radiant Health Reset accountability structure has many points of accountability. We have our live coaching calls weekly. We have our community where we can check in daily. You have access to, if you choose the VIP experience, you have access to me. I'm your coach. Otherwise, you get feedback from our team. You literally can't slip under the radar. It's not possible. We can see you, and we hold you, and we celebrate you when you are being consistent. So we have a new feature for new members who join here, because I'm always making this program better. It was already an extraordinary program, and now it's even better because new members are actually getting feedback on how they're doing against their goals every couple of weeks. Extraordinary. It was amazing value before. Now it's unbeatable value. I would argue that this is probably the most comprehensive program in the world right now for women, for menopausal, perimenopausal women who are wanting to experience radiant health and lose the weight and get the energy back. So it works when trying to do it on your own doesn't work, because you have to show up and you've got other women watching you and cheering you on and supporting you. You won't want to let yourself down, but the thing is, you won't want to let other people down even more than you won't want to let yourself down. See, this is how it works. In the beginning, we're better at keeping promises to other people. So I think, well, why not leverage that? If you're good at keeping promises to me and you're good at keeping promises to the community, cool, we'll leverage that. How it's going to change is by the end, you won't want to let yourself down. You will be self-accountable. I know, because I've watched this happen hundreds of times. And it's beautiful, healthy pressure. And it just keeps you showing up for yourself, because everyone wants you to show up for yourself. And then eventually you want to show up for yourself. The community is unbeatable. Beautiful Lisa, who completed our program not long ago, said, I just love this community. And we have Lauren, who finished a little while ago. She just loves the connections within the community. Quite a few of our members, both Lisa and Lauren, met up with other members. They did dog walks, or they visit each other in each other's businesses. They happen to live in the same location. Lauren said, I feel so grateful for this community. I feel so inspired by this community. When you've got other women doing it alongside you, it just makes it so much easier. And their wins, if they started before you, their wins become your possibilities. It's a very beautiful process. So what happens in 90 days? Well, the habits that we at first are like, we have to put effort in, they become unconscious. They just become embodied, and you don't have to try to be healthy anymore. You just are. You become the woman who lives this way, like me. It's not hard for me because it just feels like my natural, my default way. And it will be like that for you too, because you get support while your identity shifts. Like it's like being carried. So the truth about lasting change is it can't happen in isolation. It happens in community, with guidance, with support, with accountability. So that is the bridge between knowing and doing. All right, so I better wrap this up because I try to usually keep this to about 30 minutes. I've been talking for 35 minutes. So here's what we covered. How do you build sustainable habits to transform your health? And by the way, I've got a special offer, so don't go anywhere. I have a very special offer for you. How do we build sustainable habits so we can transform our health? Number one, we have a system so that even when you're tired, you have something to fall back on. Number two, we have a regulated nervous system so that we make good decisions. And chronic stress isn't running the show. Stress and hunger, and we're not looking for short-term gratification because we're regulated. And number three, accountability and support. It's a necessity. Transformation happens in community. So actually these three things that I mentioned, they're not three separate things. You can kind of integrate them into one system. And this is what I do in the Radiant Health Reset. I take all the thinking out of you. And intake is happening right now, and it's not too late to join us. There's a couple of places left. What you get everything. You get a nutrition and lifestyle system. So there's no more confusion about food or what to eat. The plan is going to get you to your goals. We have daily nervous system practices. We have exercise routines that are built into the program as well. We have live coaching. We have community. You are held accountable for the entirety of your time in the program. And after that, your life will be forever changed. So this is a program for you if you know what to do, but you just never stick with it and you've been just cycling, stuck, spinning your wheels for years. If you're tired of starting over and then trying again, but then you start over again, it's a great program for women who know that what they need is the structure, the framework, the support, the accountability. This is for women who are ready to live this way, to become the healthy version of themselves they know is in there, create incredible radiant health, and then reap the rewards and then maintain. So if you are ready, intake's open now and you can still join us. Here is the special offer. If you join, and if you type ready right now, and if you join my program right now, I'm going to offer you a special bonus. You will get one additional 30-minute one-on-one session with me in addition to whatever you purchase. If you purchase the VIP experience, you get a number of sessions with me anyway. If you purchase core, then this session will be very valuable to you. We could talk about your supplement strategy. We could go over your lab work. We could talk about any aspect of this. We could do some mindset work with you. All you need to do is type ready right now. Thank you, Carly. No worries. Yes, it's so lovely to see you on the call, and I'm so glad this boosted your motivation. All right, my final message to you all, you don't need more information. You need the right system. You need a regulated nervous system. You need support. The formula, that is Radiant Health Reset. I will see you all next week. Have an amazing, amazing week. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you again for joining me. Bye now.